better off. You're not interested in that.
You
haven't asked me about it, but what's right for us?
Why do you say that? Why am I not interested?
Because you're focused on...
I've lived in this country a lot longer than you.
Buckle up, folks. We've got a fiery showdown between Richard Tice and Kay Burley that you do not want to miss. Accusations fly, tempers flare, and let's just say, things get personal. Richard Tice, the Reform UK deputy leader, and Kay Burley, the veteran Sky News host, went head-to-head in one of the most explosive interviews we've seen in a long time. And it all started with a simple question about trade tariffs. Sounds boring? Not today? Kay Burley asked if Richard Tice supported Trump's tariffs on Mexico, Canada and China, tariffs that could shake up the global economy. But instead of a straightforward answer, we got this.
And what impact is it going to have on our economy?
You're clearly not interested in what's happening in the UK. I am. I'm negotiating on behalf of British citizens.
What?
But Burley wasn't having it. Her response, brutal.
On behalf of British citizens, what's right for us?
Why do you say that? Why am I not interested?
Because you're focused on...
I've lived in this country a lot longer than you.
Ouch. A direct challenge to Tice's claim. But instead of backing down, Tice doubled down. He insisted that focusing on Britain was the only thing that mattered, brushing aside concerns about international trade.
And we've got to get this economy growing by cutting out daft regulation, stop sending our money overseas, scrap net zero.
And just when you thought things were cooling down, Burley hit him with some hard economic stats. She cited research suggesting Brexit has been a disaster for the UK. How did Tice react? Take a look.
3 million fewer jobs, according to Cambridge Econometrics, 32% lower investment, 5% lower exports, 16% lower imports, £311 billion worse off by 2035 because we've left the EU.
And it's just complete nonsense. I mean, this is twaddled by Ramona institutions that just can't accept the fact that we've left.
Yes, you heard that right. Tice dismissed the data outright, calling it twaddle by Ramonas. And when Burley pressed him with Bloomberg's £100 billion loss estimate, he simply said,
is what you're suggesting there. Let me just quote Bloomberg to you, though. Found that Brexit is costing the UK economy £100 billion a year.
Again, I mean, this is the same Bloomberg that told us that we shouldn't leave the EU. Of course.
Bloomberg, one of the biggest financial institutions in the world, just making things up. Let's just say Burley wasn't buying it.
Let's focus on Britain, shall we? What works, what makes British citizens better off? You're not interested in that. You haven't asked me about it.
And just like that, the interview went from fiery to outright savage. But this clash wasn't just about Brexit and trade. It was a battle over the very future of the UK, how to grow the economy, whether Brexit was a mistake, and if Trump's America First policies should be a concern. Meanwhile, politicians are scrambling. Keir Starmer is in Brussels trying to strengthen ties with the EU, while others are debating whether we should rejoin the customs union. And with Trump threatening to extend tariffs to Europe, things are about to get even more intense.